Hey everybody, this is Debbie with Best iPhone Game, and today I've got a new app I want to introduce you to. Now this particular app is not a game, like most of the things that I show you. This app is a book. Now this book is meant for younger readers, and it is a really good book. It is basically based on a medieval story of an apprentice who help save a city. Now this name of this book is called The Shoemaker's Apprentice. So there you see the logo on the face of my iPad. Let's go ahead and tap on it, and I'll back up here so you can see it better. Now this particular storybook, like I said, is aimed more at younger readers, and it's set up in several modes so that it can be read alone by the reader, or it can have someone read it to you. Say, for example, if the reader isn't old enough yet to read on their own and they need a little extra help, the book will read itself, to the reader. But for right now, what I'd like to tell you, for one thing, that I really like about this book, for one thing, it doesn't have any ads in it, and that's really nice. That doesn't take away from the story. Nothing distracting as far as, seeing those little ads or banners or anything like that. Also, the illustrations are really nicely done. They're very pretty. It's just very age appropriate for the readers it's aimed at. It's a very appealing story. I think kids will really enjoy reading it or having it read to them, and I'm sure parents will enjoy it too. And first of all, let's go through and look at some of these different banners that you see, or these little buttons that you see on the screen. So you see that it says read alone, read to me, or settings. So for now, let's go to the settings first. Now on these settings, you can change them so it can have auto turn pages are on, or you can turn them, on or off. Young reader mode, you can change that, and also read to me. Okay, so for now we'll just leave those, and let's get out for that. And also, if you see, let's say for example, for right now, we'll go to the read alone mode. So if we tap on that, it will open up the book. Okay, and then here is the book, and you see it looks like a real book. The way the different pages are, you can just push them to Read.
After a terrible fire.
And I'm sorry, I've got this in the read to me mode.
Careful hands.
So I'll hush a minute so you can hear the voice.
Restored and completed the city wall. These became mighty, wide, and most importantly firm. They could not be passed by anybody, since each city gate could only be entered after a thorough examination by toll collectors and guards. This protected the city, so its inhabitants could live in peace and joy.
Now, if you see right now, the way the book is set up, the way that we have the settings right now, not only could you hear the voice reading the story to you, you could also see how it was going on each individual word, so that someone could keep along if they weren't a very good reader yet, or they're learning to read. You can kind of look at what's happening as it's being read to you to help them learn the words, or maybe words they may not be familiar with. So I really like those functions there. Also, the pictures here, again, like I said before, the illustrations are just really nicely done, and I think kids will enjoy it. Now if you look at the bottom here, there is this little person. If you tap on that, you can always go back and you can change the mode. So earlier I changed something to read to me by mistake, so anyway, let's turn that off for right now. And if you want to, you have the index of the pages here. You can scroll through these and say, for example, the other day when you read the book, you stopped at this page right here. Okay, now you pulled up back to that page, and you can see the beautiful drawings, and you can just continue reading. So just flip the page, and now you're ready to start at the next section of the book. Okay, and same thing, just kind of flick it, and you can go on and on. So for now, I'll just show you a few of the pages in the book. But really nicely done. So let's click there, and for now, let's go to, you've already heard the read to me voice. Let's go ahead and, let's see, we'll try to get back. And see, also there are little things up here, depending on how your settings are going. See, we added the young reader mode. Now if we take that, We can make all these changes here. But if you want to,
then he
let's hear him some more.
changed into the Turkish clothes, sneaked soundlessly from the city, and then through the Turkish camp with particular care. Fortunately, the light shuffle of his steps was drowned by the thunderous whistling snoring of the Turks. He froze for a moment when he almost stepped on the mustache of an enormous fat Turk.
Now, I didn't want to keep talking while he's reading, but I really do love the voice of the person who's actually reading this book. He has a really nice voice. It's calm. He has just that storyteller's kind of voice to keep you interested, but also keep you focused. So that's really important, especially at this age when kids may have so many other distractions going on. You know, they may lose focus about what the story's about or what's coming up next or whatever. So I think they do a really excellent job in that way. For now, let's go back to the back. Okay, we'll go back to the front of the book. Now, also, if you want to go to the read to me, you can touch that there.
Shoemaker's Apprentice.
And it automatically, right now it's set for you, it's automatically going to read it for you, and it does the page turning.
After a terrible fire that almost turned Maribor to ashes, careful hands and clever builders restored and completed the city walls. These became mighty, wide,
so again, you can change all these things.
Firm.
And we'll stop that for now. Now this little thing down here, to be honest with you, I'm not exactly sure what that is for. We'll wait a little. Okay, now it's finished with the reading. We'll touch on that. Well, if you guys find out what that's about, y'all let me know. But for now, as far as everything else goes on the book, that's one of the things I'm just not quite sure what it means, but I'm sure one of you guys can tell me. As far as the book goes itself, The Shoemaker's Apprentice, I think, is really, really well done. The illustrations, the narration, the story, it's just really, really nice. And I think that if you were to get this, that your kids would love it, especially, you know, a bedtime story, or maybe it's a rainy day, or they're sick, or whatever. This would be something that would appeal to a lot of children. And if for some reason you can't read it to them yourself or something, hey, now they can have it read to them by the narrator. Or if you want them to practice reading alone, you know, this would be a really good book to help train them to read. So if you get a chance, please get it for yourself. I'm sure your children will love it. It's called The Shoemaker's Apprentice. And again, this is a great app to have. Right now it's free, so get into the iPhone store, the App Store, and get yourself a copy of it, because I'm sure you're really, really going to enjoy it. So again, this is Debbie with Best iPhone Game. You guys have a good day, and thanks a lot.